what are some of the solutions that Renew is doing to help with loneliness?
Safety is the foremost concern right now. Safety being really on the physical side of safety. So there's distance and social isolation. It's incredibly important, especially for people with, a predisposition to, if they get transmission, that they can slide down a slope. So that's actually why I asked Ami that question, the distinction between physical connectedness and emotional connectedness. So the good news is that physical connection is in certain ways less important than emotional connection, and you can basically feed people emotional connection through the telephone, through FaceTime, and through kind of creating that via technology, thankfully, that we live in this time of day. And, we can purchase devices, put them in people's rooms, and link them and basically create this social network within the building. And also, in addition to that, you can also get outside the building and connect people with their families. So it's actually been an area of research that we've been just rapidly, pivoting to, because we're the way we approach senior housing is by designing an amazing offering, and part of that is by designing unique and novel experiences. Well, now that it's changed and we've got a pandemic, we approach that. How can we leverage digital tech to create that same effect? And I think with Ami, Ami's actually been a part of the research, which is a good thing, because we can provide social connection. So the other interesting thing is, and this is really about like product development and the way that technology, product developers and technology think about things. They design around the consumer, right? And they really listen intently for what's kind of okay, what's really cool, and what's just, not cool at all. And through that, they design sort of a value proposition that's a really good fit. And when they establish that fit, the thing that they're making resonates. What we found is, for someone who is, say, around 85, it's really hard for them to utilize technology. Things that that we may have grown up with are things that they didn't get. They didn't get that through childhood or through the last few decades. So it's really interesting to kind of design technology or sort of a network that caters to that demographic. And one thing we found is, like, Amazon Alexa allows a drop-in function, which means that an adult son or daughter from home can press a button on their phone and instantly appear on mom or grandma's screen in her room. And as long as they schedule a phone call for 2 p.m. tomorrow, mom in her room, in her suite, is all there, and just you appear, and all of a sudden you're in dialogue and the grandchildren are there. And so
and that was not available before? You didn't know about it or utilize it before this, are you saying? Or it was used more during this time?
Well, the initial go-to is like FaceTime and using iPads and those sorts of devices. But even we found that even that has some challenges. Oftentimes you can, give someone who's 85 an iPad and they run into tech glitches and, what do I do? And it's really inconsistent. And so trying to take even that minimal level of complexity out of the interaction is a big deal. And so
just for you to know, even younger people will have problems.
Yeah.
Right.